So welcome back students. In this lecture we will be studying about LTI systems, that is of discrete time systems. So an LTI system is nothing but linear time invariant system, where the system is linear as well as time invariant. The system is represented by impulse response h of n, as it is discrete. Input is x of n and output is y of n. So y of n in a discrete time LTI system is given as convolution of xn to hn. Also it can be written as hn convolved to xn. Both are one and the same thing. It satisfies commutative property. So for our ease we can take any one as first signal and second as second signal. Now this is nothing but summation k equals to minus infinity to infinity h of k x of n minus k. As in continuous time system we have seen the output of LTI system is given as integral. This is given as sum. This can also be written as k is minus infinity to infinity x of k h of n minus k, because this can be interchanged. This is nothing but called as convolution sum, because we are using the summation here. The operation which are there in the convolution is, you can see here, folding, shifting, multiplication and then addition. So what are you doing here? X of minus k is folding, then shifting n minus k and then multiplying with h of k and then summation. So folding, shifting, multiplication and summation. So this is nothing but the convolution sum. So we will solve some problems here. Let us see the problems. Yes. So find the output of LTI system if input x of n is 1, 1, 1 and the arrow is given here, that means indexing is here. This is nothing but the origin. So this is x of 0, this is x of 1 and this is x of 2. And h of n is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, that is nothing but this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So length of x of n is 3. We can say the length of x of n is 3 and h of n is also 3. Now we will apply the form, because the question is output of LTI system and we can say it's a discrete time system. So we will apply the convolution sum. So we know that y of n is given as summation k equals to minus infinity to infinity x of k h of n minus k. Now when I am seeing here, what is the length of x of k here? It is starting from 0, 1, 2. Length is 3. And this x of k will be 0 at all other places. So there is no need to put the limit as minus infinity to infinity. But we can put here is k equals to 0 to 2. Because x of k is 0 to 2. So x of k h of n minus k. This is nothing but y of n. Let us write the values. So y of n equals to, I put the values, x of 0, k0, h of n minus 0, h of n, plus x of 1, h of n minus 1, plus x of 2, h of n minus 2. So I have expanded this summation for yn, right? Now I will find yn. Now for how many values you will find yn? So we can say here, this is nothing but 0, this is nothing but 0. So you will start from 0 only. I will tell you how we will limit that. We will start from 0. And where it will end? This is 2 and this is 2. What is the length of signal? The length of, I am writing it here. Length of signal x of L we can say, or we can write here L of x equals to 3, L of h equals to 3. So what will be L of y? It will be L of x plus L of h minus 1. That is 3 plus 3 minus 1. That is 5. So length of y will be 5. That means we will go from 0 to 4. Length of y will be 4. What is the length of the output? It is length of x plus length of h minus 1. So length of x is 3, length of h is 3, 3 plus 3 minus 1 is 5. So we have to find 5 elements of y. Now which 5 elements? So the minimum index of this is 0, minimum index of this is 0, the minimum index of this also will be 0 plus 0. The maximum index is 2, maximum index is 2, so maximum index of this will be 2 plus 2. So minimum index of y is always addition of minimum index of x and h. I will tell you the formulas later. Let us now find y of 0. So when I put n as 0, this will be x0 into h0 plus x1, I am putting as 0, so this is h minus 1, x2 h minus 2. Right? So what is the values of this? What is x0? x0 is nothing but 1. What is h0? 1. What is x1? 1. But what is h minus 1? There is no h minus 1, it is 0. Plus what is x2? 1. What is h minus 2? 0. h minus 2 is 0. यहाँ के values are 0. But it's only 1 plus 1 is 1. So y0 is 1. Let us see what is y1. What is y1? In this we have to put the value of ns1. x0 h1 plus x1 h1 minus 1 is h0 plus x2 h of 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Okay, let us write the values. What is x0? x0 is 1, h1 is 1. What is x1? 1 and h0. h1 is not 1, yes, h1 is 1. No, h1, this is 0, h1 is 2. This is nothing but 2. Right. And x1 is 1. What is h0? 1. Plus x2 is 1 and h minus 1 is 0. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Right. Let us find y of 2. Y of 2, you have to put the value as 2. X of 0, h of 2 plus x of 1, h of 2 minus 1 is 1 plus x of 2, h of 2 minus 2 is h of 0. Now put the values. What is x of 0? This is x of 0, 1. And what is h of 2? h of 0, h of 1, h of 2 is 3. Plus x of 1 is 1, all x of 1, h of 1 is 2. Plus x of 2 is 1 and h of 0 is 1. So 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6. So it is 1, 3 and 6. Let us find y3. y3 will be x of 0 into h of 3 plus x of 1, h of 3 minus 1, that is 2, plus x of 2, h of 3 minus 2, that is 1. Let us find the values. X of 0 is 1 into h of 3 is 0, x of 1 is 1, h of 2 is 3 plus x of 2 is 1 and h of 1 is 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, we got y3. We have to find up to length is 5. We want 0, 1, 2, 3. One more value. So for one more value, I'll rub this part. So now you know the formula. I'll rub this part and I'll write down what is y4. What will be y4? Put the values here. X of 0, h of 4 plus x of 1, h of 4 minus 1, that is h of 3 plus x of 2, h of 4 minus 2, that is h of 2. Now write down the values. What is x of 0? X of 0 is 1 but h of 4 is 0. X of 1 is 1 but h of 3 is 0 because we have only up to h2. X of 2 is 1 and h of 2 is 3. What is the answer? 3. 3. So now if I write the final answer, my final answer I have to write in yn. I'll tell you the index later. So my final answer is y of n equals to, what is y0? Y of 0 is 1. I'll write with black pen only. What is the final answer? Y of 0 is 1. Y of 1 is 3. Y of 2 is 6. This is 6. This is 5 and this is 3. And where is my index? This is the index. Now let us discuss about the indexing. So what we have done, if we have applied the convolution sum and then we have just put the values. Now I'll tell you about the indexing, that how we'll find the indexing. Yes. Now remember, I'll rub this also. Remember, whenever you are finding the convolution sum, you have to always see x minimum. What is x minimum? Where it is starting from, that is x minimum. And then h minimum, that is where is h starting from. So what will be y minimum? Y minimum will be x minimum plus h minimum. So it need not be always it will start from 0. If it is starting from -1, and it is starting from minus 2, y has to start from minus 1 plus minus 2. Okay. Also you can say x maximum means the maximum value, and h maximum, so y maximum will be x maximum plus h maximum. You can see here sorry, what is x maximum here? 2. What is x maximum here? 2. So 2 plus 2, 4, and you are seeing here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is y maximum? 4. Also we can see the length of x is 3, length of h is 3, the output length will be lx plus lx minus 1. So you can find the length also like this, or if the minimum index you know, maximum index you know, you can find. So this is the way we find the convolution sum for a discrete time signal or the output of LTI system. Let us see one more example. Yes, next example is determine the output of LTI system if h of n, that is impulse response, is a raised to n u of n and x of n is u raised to n, and it is the output of LTI system and it is given as discrete signals. So we'll know that is nothing but the convolution sum. So we'll write down here y of n is xn convolved to hn, or the summation formula. What is summation? xk h of n minus k for k minus into infinity. Yes, this is the formula. Let us put the values. Summation, when x of n is u of n, x of k will be u of k, right? Then h of n minus k, hn is a raised to n. What will be h of n minus k? A raised to n minus k u of n minus k. K is between minus infinity to infinity. This is y of n. Let us write the next step. Yes. So u of k, what is u of k? We know here u of k is 1 for k greater than equals to 0. So u of k I am writing as 1 and I am putting the lower limit as 0. Right? Then a raised to n minus k, u of n minus k. U of n minus k equals to 1 for n minus k is greater than equals to 0, or n is greater than equals to k. But we want the upper limit of k. What is the upper limit of k? It should be less than or equal to n. So I'll write down it should be less than equals to n, and we have to sum this. And what is the limit? K. That means you have to only do for k. So a raised to n you can take it outside. What is inside is a raised to minus k. K is between 0 to n. Now we can write here y of n equals to a raised to n, and this is nothing but we can write a raised to n summation a raised to minus 1 raised to k. K is between 0 to n. Okay, so this is nothing but a finite series. Finite series, what is the summation? Summation is 1 minus, first term is 1, so 1 minus r. What is r here? A minus 1. What is r? A minus 1. R raised to n. What is r raised to n? This is r raised to n. How many terms are there? N plus 1. So r raised to n is r raised to n plus 1 number of terms upon 1 minus r. The formula of finite sum, finite series, finite GP, I am writing it here. Finite GP sum equals to the first term 1 minus r raised to n number of terms upon 1 minus r. This is finite GP sum. So what is a here? A, this one raised to 0. The first is 0, so I have a raised to 0 is 1. 1 minus r. What is r? A raised to minus 1. And this is number of terms. Number of terms is 0 to n. That is n plus 1 upon 1 minus a inverse. 1 minus a inverse. So I put the values. Let us rub this. You can rewind the video if you want to see this thing. Yes. Now let us simplify. So it is a raised to n 1 minus a raised to minus n plus 1 upon 1 minus 1 upon a, because it is 1 upon a inverse equals to. So a raised to n, if I take it inside, it will be a raised to n minus a raised to n into a raised to minus n. It will get cancelled. It is a inverse upon 1 minus 1 by a equals to, this is also 1 by a. So an minus 1 by a upon 1 minus 1 by a. If you solve this, it is a raised to n plus 1 minus 1 upon a minus 1. So this is nothing but the output of an LTI system on LTI discrete time system. So what we have done, we have started with the convolution formula, summation, lower limit, upper limit, we have decided from this, and we got a finite GP, and finite GP, the sum is a into 1 minus r raised to n, where n is the number of terms upon 1 minus r, and then we have simplified and we got the final answer. This is the final answer, this one. This is the way we apply the convolution sum. So this can be solved for convolution sum or output of LTI discrete time system. Thank you.